Well. Happy Thursday night. And if it's 6 o'clock, then you already know what time it is. It is Locker Room Sports. I am your host, Mike Lauro. And guess what? You're seeing me sitting here. So if I'm sitting here, that means there's nobody over there producing. No, I'm just kidding. We got the one and only, the knowledge himself. James Scorza is in tonight. He is producing for me. You're going to see him, guys, probably over the next few weeks or whatever here with me. James and me and him are going to be working together. But welcome to the Locker Room Sports Show. Again, I am your host, Mike Lauro, and I got to get some things off my chest right to be just to start out. I mean, you, my broadcast partner, I have to really get on him. My God Almighty, stop! Just stop the insanity. There's been insanity all over this network over the last couple of days. I mean, James, have you not? First of all, say hi to everybody, James.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
All right, James, I got to ask you.
Sure.
Have you not heard the comments of my broadcast partner, Pat Bernard? He's been doing the Phillies final over the last couple of nights.
Right.
Have you not heard some of the crazy things that have been coming out of his mouth?
I have not actually. So what's going on with that?
He is so scared. There's my buddy Insanio from Massachusetts. He says, "Subslay, go Pats." Insanio, I wouldn't expect nothing else from you. Good luck on Sunday, buddy. But I think it's going to be a long game for you guys. But I do believe it's going to be good for the first half. I think up until they retire Brady's number, and then after that, I think it all goes downhill.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of a slump. A little bit.
I don't. And the reason why I got the Eagles winning by 14.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going to explain later on why I have them winning by that much. I do think it's going to be kind of like you said. I don't think the offense is going to struggle. I think it's the defense. I think the defense is going to struggle.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I do believe the Patriots are going to be in this game.
It's going to be a little bit of a sweat, though.
I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge because it is the opening game of the year.
Sure.
You don't know how good New England's going to look. You don't know how good the Eagles are going to look. But again, we're going to get into that a little later on. Right now, we got to talk about this Phillies team and why my broadcast partner, Pat Bernard, I believe, has his head up his rear end. Okay. Again, I love Pat. I do. I do a show with him every Sunday. But God Almighty, this guy is more up and down than a roller coaster. Okay. 1 minute they're on fire. He's pumping his chest out, got the different colored golf shirts on.
Right.
No, life is good. Saturday night's at the Blue Oyster. Everything's rocking great. Man, Phillies hit a little bit of a skid, which in a 162 game season, you're going to. There will be ups, there will be peaks and valleys. You know, they still had an overall decent road trip. They went 3-3 on this road trip.
You can't complain about that.
You can't. I mean, I know everybody wanted to see them go out and beat up on the Brewers. It's not going to happen that way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Brewers caught them at the right time, and the Brewers are also hot themselves.
Yeah, they're probably the best team in the Central right now.
I don't know about that. The Cubbies are looking pretty good as well.
That's true too. The
Cubbies are looking good. I'll tell you what, this team coming in, the Marlins won 6 straight.
Yeah.
Coming in, and it was pretty impressive. They just swept the Dodgers. So
Right.
To me, that's pretty impressive. But again, I got to reiterate, I've been banging this for the last 2 weeks. You know, pretty much like a gavel. You know, just hammering it down like a hammer, hitting a nail on the head. Pat, I love him to death, but I'm so sick and tired of this Atlanta Brave love. And how everybody thinks that this Atlanta Brave team, until the Braves do something in the postseason, other than choke away, and I'm sorry, yes. Did they win the World Series 2 years ago? Yes. Did they come out of nowhere to win the World Series? Yes, I get that. And you know what? That team probably deserved it more. But for a team that has been to the postseason 22 times since 1991 to only have 2 World Series, I'm sorry. They choke.
Yeah.
They are the biggest choking team, them and the Dodgers. And yet, my broadcast partner on Sunday mornings puts that team on a pedestal. I don't care how good you are in the regular season. The Phillies showed the whole Major League Baseball season last year that you don't have to win 101 games. Because you know what? 101 wins, and 90-some wins got last year? It got the Mets, the Dodgers. It got the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Braves all eliminated.
Yeah.
Before the NLCS.
Yep. Yeah, and to piggyback what you just said about that too is that like the Braves are just like you said, they're chokers in the postseason.
Now, I'm not saying the Braves ain't good. They are. They're
Right.
probably one of the best run organizations in Major League Baseball. They are. I'm talking about when they get to the postseason. To me, baseball, go back and take a look of all the dominant teams over the last, I'll say, decade.
Right.
How many of the all dominant teams, James, has won the World Series? I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't even know to tell you exactly. I think that
I mean, you're looking like maybe 2, 3. I mean, with the
Maybe.
Astros. I mean, the
Maybe.
Astros were the best team last year. I mean, and look how good they were. They didn't lose until they got to the World Series. They
Yeah.
ran through everybody. So that's my mother-in-law checking in, saying, "Hey, Mike, have a fun show." And of course, that's the better half.
Nice.
She's always checking in.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, you know, she just shows a little bit of love. I think she feels sorry for me. But I do. I got to sit here and I'm watching the post game, and I love Pat to death. But like I said, I couldn't get to the computer to actually start typing because I was so angry about what he was saying. I literally just wanted to, if I could reach through the TV, I wanted to choke him because he's so in love with this Braves and notion that the Braves and the Dodgers are just going to be this, you know.
Yeah, they're
And
like the Bruins. I do agree with that.
and you know what? My buddy Insanio here, he said the Braves are overrated season champs. They are like the Bruins. And you know what? I believe that. I do.
I mean, look what happened this year with the Bruins. They were the top team in
Listen, I didn't think they were going to lose. You know
I didn't
what?
think so either.
Listen, my friend Insane called that 6 months before it happened.
No kidding.
He called that like back in January. He said, I'm telling you now, he said the Bruins will not win the cup. And I was like, dude, you're nuts. They're the best team.
Yeah,
Joe
like
Scorza, Papa Bear, your Papa Bear checking in there says
Yes, sir.
it's always about who's hot going into the playoffs. And I believe that.
I agree.
I am more scared of the Milwaukee Brewers than I am either the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Atlanta Braves.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm not poo-pooing on what the Braves did 2 years ago. Yes, they did win. But to me, them winning is like what I said, the sunlight shining on the dog's rear end. They had so many opportunities to be in there. Like, I will give them that. Regular season, they are very good. And they have a very good organization. I think them, the Dodgers, I want to say who else? Houston, like, or I'm not going to say Houston, but like normally St. Louis, they have guys that where when one guy leaves, they already got a guy in the pipeline ready to come fill a spot.
Right.
You know, so with that being said, like I said, the Phillies, I'm looking at the look back at the series. If you would have told me they were going to go 500 on this road trip playing a team that made it to the NLCS last year and Milwaukee, I would have signed on for it.
Right.
You know, so I like that. Now going forward, we got a big 7-game homestand coming in.
Right.
First things first, we got the Marlins coming in. Now the Marlins are red hot.
Yeah.
Won 6 in a row. They just swept the Dodgers. They're kind of feeling themselves a little bit. Friday night pitching matchup is Yuri Perez versus Christopher Sanchez. Saturday is Johnny Cueto versus Aaron Nola. And on Sunday for the Marlins, it's to be determined, but Ranger Suarez goes to the hill for the Phillies. I personally like the Phillies in this series.
I do too.
One, Perez is a good young pitcher. I like him. I think he got good stuff.
Every time I think of Johnny Cueto, I think of back in the day when I was like a young buck, probably like 15, 16 years old at the time, and like the Pirates fans heckling him and they distracted him the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the 2010 NLDS and the list goes on and on with that.
Yeah, he's
still playing, hard to believe.
Yeah, he's still playing. I mean, you figured that was what? That was 13 years ago, and the guy's still pitching.
2010, yep.
But I'll tell you what, Cueto's definitely not the pitcher he used to be, and I think Aaron Nola going against him, I think the Phillies can hit him. So, and again, I think I want to see a little bit better now from Ranger too. I think Ranger needs to start going a little longer. This is another thing too that I got to bring to my partner's attention on Sunday morning is he was complaining about this bullpen. Okay. To me, you can't complain about this bullpen when you had 2 of your 3 guys that were in that bullpen were out hurt. They have to come back. They have to get stretched out. It's going to take them a minute. I understand that it's what's going on, Daniel. I understand it takes them. You know, it's going to take them some time. I know we're in September, but I mean, hey, the Braves have been slumping like my Dodgers. Daniel, yeah, and I'm sorry, man. I put up there last week, man. Those 2 teams, man, they kill me in the postseason. Neither one of them teams do well in the postseason. I know the Dodgers won in a shortened season, but I don't see the Braves winning. I don't. And then how about this too? Like, how far off is Schwarber from the leader of home runs? He's got to be in like third place now, right? I yeah, it's the guy from Atlanta, right?
Uh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's Olson. It's
Olsen,
Olson,
Olsen.
Olson, Alonso, and then Schwarber. So
Yeah,
to see where he came in and where he's come back and he's starting to ignite. It says, and this is what I've been saying about this Phillies team all year. And what I've been seeing with them is I've been seeing that this team is they're they're going to be really dangerous if everybody gets going at once.
yeah, I agree. I think the hardest thing about that too is that, I mean, you look at the Braves, you look at the, like you said, the Dodgers. I mean, every single year it's like the same old song and dance with them. You know, I mean, it's either the pitching that's bad or the hitting starts to
Or they just take somebody lightly
right.
and they get beat in the playoffs. Like, listen, last year
is a prime good example of that.
I could not listen when and Pat went through me and Pat went through this last year because I kept telling Pat, I said, look, all you got to do is get to the dance.
Yeah.
I said anything can happen after that.
Yep.
Me and Pat had the same argument. I went back and watched our shows from a year ago or from October.
Sure.
Went back and watched our shows. And I'm sitting there looking at them and I'm going, dude, they only need a chance. That's all they need.
Right.
You know, so I'm looking at it like this. I think the Braves are going to be there. The Dodgers are going to be there. I think the Phillies are going to be there. I think the Brewers are going to be there. Now, the bottom two teams, I'll tell you what, Cubbies are playing real well too. You know what I mean? Like the Cubbies are playing real good. You think the Astros can go back to back then? I think so. No, I don't.
I don't think so.
I think there's too much pitching in Baltimore that can. I think Baltimore can stop them. I think Texas can stop them.
And also, he says Alonso and Schwarber has been on fire too.
Yes.
That I agree with.
Yeah, Alonso's been on fire too. It's a shame too because he's going to be playing first base somewhere else. I would love to see the Phillies get him. Can you imagine the Phillies getting him, like letting Reese walk and signing signing Pete Alonso? Oh my God. Every Mets fan would be jumping off the bridge.
Oh, I can imagine.
It would be great to see,
It
but
would be.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just I can't take it no more with these people just in fear of and I had guys like Dave Yarnell, telling me, oh, I can't be serious. Yeah, I can be serious because we just watched it go a year ago. And my answer to Pat is this Braves team's still the same Braves team that it was a year ago. They made like a couple minor changes, not really big changes. Okay, with the exception of their catcher. Their catcher, they did upgrade in their catcher.
Right.
This Phillies team got way better than it was a year ago. Our bullpen was the biggest reason why we weren't in games last year. And we got guys like Hoffman on our team, Justin Hoffman, who's pitching his head off. If Texas makes the playoffs, yeah, I mean, Houston got the better of them this weekend, but they got to play. I think they play another 2 times within the month. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Texas is going to be. I think Texas is going to be there. I think Texas will make the playoffs, even though because that AL West or that AL East, man, they're going to have 3 teams in.
I'm not sure, but I think Texas lost one of their key center fielders. I think Adonis Garcia went down with an injury last
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I think I heard something.
Lost Seager too to an injury.
Did
too.
they? Yeah. So okay, so that might be hitting them kind of hard right now. But I mean, you figure they got Scherzer on that pitching staff to go along with Evaldi. I mean, they're going to be a tough out, man.
Yeah. Yes, he also says, Danny says, Rangers play Oakland this weekend, and also Kimbrel too. It's another inconsistent player, but
I'm not going to say that because Kimbrel really has been lights out for the Phillies all year.
He has been. That I agree with. Yeah, Seattle.
Don't sleep on Seattle. Seattle does this every year, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Seattle will be there, and then they'll fade back, and then they'll make a late charge. I mean, if you're going to talk Seattle, you can also talk Cleveland too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Guardians have been playing well as of late too.
But Julio is really good, though. Danny also says too.
Yes.
That is true. So
he's definitely
better with the Dodgers.
I just can't get the Dodgers, man.
No,
I really don't, man. I can't either. Like, I'm sorry, but like they have a great pipeline. Like them and the Braves. They, like I said, I think the 3 teams in baseball that have great pipelines are the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals. And like the Cardinals, like I'm really shocked about how bad their season turned out because usually when somebody goes down with them, man, like I said, between them, the Braves, and the Dodgers, they got somebody waiting to come up and just take their spot in the roster. So,
yeah.
But yeah, looking at it, James, what are you looking at for this weekend?
I'm looking at to probably it's I just want consistency. That's the biggest thing I take out of it because like the problem is with the Phillies is that they go on a real good tear and then out of nowhere they start to slump a little bit. Consistency has to be top priority for them, especially this weekend going into the last couple weeks of September and the last couple weeks before the
Well, I'll tell you what.
playoffs begin too.
I'll tell you what, though, James. If you want to go see the Phillies this weekend, there's only one place you can go.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard to come by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank it.
All right, guys. Well, we're back. We got a little bit of 76ers news. We're going to touch on this briefly. They signed Danny Green again. You happy about that?
I got to be honest with you. This whole Sixers team, I haven't watched a lot of it to tell you honestly, because it's like, the Harden thing, then the Embiid thing, and now Danny Green. It's like they want to cut my nose off to spite my face sometimes. To tell you,
yeah, I didn't understand that.
I didn't either.
Like they didn't want to re-sign him a year ago, so okay, let's wait. When he's another year older, let's bring him back. I don't understand the Sixers sometimes. I had a friend of mine today. I had a coworker today try to explain it to me, like, oh, he's going to be good coming off the bench. I was like, yeah, I'd like to have him come off the bench in like Delaware. Like, I'm not really looking forward. Yeah, like I went to Danny Green from like 8 years ago. Like, I don't want the Danny Green now. Like this.
Yeah, Danny Green's like Vinny LeCavalier. Like you got him too old.
Yeah, yeah. Like they pulled a Flyers moment there on that one, man. So that's your latest Sixer news. They signed Danny Green. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm just not.
I'm not into it, man.
I'm not either. Like I so want them to bring Ben Simmons back just because it's going to be a total crap show.
Oh my god!
And it would be great.
Yeah, it would.
It would be great. Like that would get. Let's not.
Yeah, the circus does continue.
It does.
I agree.
Check in. James, I think there was a couple of comments that you missed up there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you want to go up there, there we go. Urias, yeah, I like that kid, Danny. Getting back to baseball, I love Urias. I think he's really good. He said, "Beat Miami." LOL. Well, yeah, we got to beat. Listen, the Dodgers had their chance. He said, "I don't live in Philly." Oh, okay. Well, we thank you for tuning in wherever you're tuning in from, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
I mean, Dan always does check in the show. He's always like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" So, but now we're gonna switch gears because I don't want to really talk about the Sixers because, like I said, they're a crap show. We're gonna talk NFL kicks off tonight.
Oh man,
my favorite time of year.
It's like Christmas morning, man.
It is. It's a national holiday. I think we should all have off tomorrow.
We really should. If the Eagles win a Super Bowl next year, we should have a national holiday for that day.
I don't know about national, but at least a city and statewide.
Well, it's a city holiday. There
we go. City and state, yeah. But
Pennsylvania holiday.
Yeah, you go Pennsylvania holiday. We'll even let the Yinzers out West Pennsylvania. They can celebrate it too.
Yeah, especially in like Harrisburg and Amish country, all that.
Yeah,
have a free day.
There you go.
There you go.
Definitely. But we got an interesting game tonight.
Yeah.
Lions and Chiefs. Now I do not know. Is Kelsey playing? Because last I heard he was up in the air about playing tonight.
Still questionable.
He's still questionable. Now I know he hyperextended his knee a couple days ago. That's going to be tough to do, man. As long as the Chiefs don't win again, Daniel, from your lips to God's ears, I don't want to see them either. It was a sad day losing 3 championship games. Man, who you kidding? We lost 2 in the same day.
Yeah, right. Exactly right.
We lost. The Union got beat by the Galaxy, and then the Phillies lost that night. There's my boy Joe Sullivan.
Sully,
what's up, Sully? How you doing?
I was gonna give my condolences to like his aunt too. I'm really sorry about your loss, man.
Yeah, man. Condolences, buddy. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm really pumped about this season now. I think that there's been so much talk about this AFC. Daniel, this bad injury. Oh, you're right. It's this bad injury. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sitting here, man. I don't know about you, James. I've been. I talked about I did the NFC about 3 weeks ago. Actually, my first show on here, I did the NFC, and I have the NFC title game being the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Hmm.
I think Dallas is the second. I think the Cowboys and Eagles are 1A, 1B. Joe says need a KC win tonight. Detroit's going to be good. I think it's going to be a shootout tonight, Joe.
Yeah, I don't
All
think
them-
Detroit's that good. I don't know if they're.
Listen, Detroit got a nice offense.
They do.
They got a nice offense, and Kansas City's got no defense.
No.
So it's going to be a shootout tonight, man.
Yes.
Kelsey is. We just got word. Kelsey
Yeah,
is
Dave-
deactivated for tonight. So if you have him in any of your FanDuel lineups or whatever, get him out.
Yeah, Cowboy
Yep,
Dave
Dave just said. Yep, Kelsey is officially out.
Yep.
Okay, so we just got word there. So what's going on there, Dave? I'm actually talking about your Cowboys. I actually do. I believe the Cowboys and the Eagles are on an even par. I believe they're, and I would have to give the Cowboys just a slight edge over the Birds right now because their defense has been together longer. But I think the Eagles' offense is going to be better than the Cowboys.
Right.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because Dak is learning a new system coming in. Like the Eagles are not, Jalen Hurts is not learning a new system. They basically just took the quarterback's coach and promoted them. So this guy was already here. So they're not changing offensive philosophies. Where Dak is going from a Kellen Moore type offense into a
who is their offensive coordinator actually?
No, it's Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan.
Is it?
Yeah, Scott Linehan, I believe, is their offensive coordinator.
I was going to say Ryan Shanheimer.
He is.
Yeah, I think he is. Yes.
So I'm looking at it like I believe it's Scott Linehan. Maybe Dave might be able to correct me there, but I think it's Scott Linehan that's calling the plays for them.
Yeah.
It's either him or Schottenheimer. You know what? It might be.
Yeah, I think.
Whoever it is, all I know is whoever it is, they moved it to a West Coast offense, which I feel like is going to benefit Dak. He's not going to hold the balls long. I just feel like that the way I'm projecting the Eagles' defense to get better as the season goes along, I'm projecting Dallas' offense to get better as the season goes along, because they have the guys that if they're in the West Coast system, they can take that hitch and just, they got the wide receivers, man. Brandon Cooks is going to be your deep guy.
Yep.
Brian Schottenheimer. Okay. Well, I don't know why I said Scott Linehan.
I was because I saw Schottenheimer's name a couple days ago.
Yeah, but it's the West Coast offense that they're going to be running. My only issue is I hope they let Schottenheimer call the plays and don't let McCarthy call the plays. But unfortunately, I think he's going to call it.
Yeah.
But the same thing I think that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the Cowboys. I feel it's the same thing that might hurt the Eagles early on. I feel like their defense isn't going to be. He said McCarthy's calling the plays. Shots is the offensive coordinator. Okay. But I know they are going to a West Coast system. So it's basically get the ball out 3 seconds. Do me a favor, mate. Highlight some of Dane's comments there because you kind of skipped over a few there.
Sorry.
I like to answer them. He said, "I'm happy my Rams won it. Oh, but they're bad again. Don't sleep on them, man. But the only problem with the Rams is they got no picks coming up. They traded all their picks away for that Super Bowl. So they're going to be kind of in hell for the next couple of years. You're going to have to, literally buy a team.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Yes,
underneath that?
Goff shows out tonight, too.
Yeah, I think so. I think Goff's going to show out. I'll tell you what. I like some of the prop bets, man, that they had online, man, that I was looking at. I'm going to get into that. But what's your thoughts on James on the season? Like, where are you looking at, especially from the NFC side? I'm going to touch on the AFC side in a minute.
I mean, well, obviously the Eagles are probably the top dog going to be in that NFC East. But as far as I know, I mean, it's basically an open league. I mean, the 49ers, I don't know yet.
I think they take a step back.
I think so too.
I to be honest with you, I'm looking at it I got Eagles Cowboys right there, because like I said, the Cowboys offense is going to have. I think they're going to get better as the season goes along.
Sure.
I think the Eagles defense is going to get better as the season goes along because there's two new coordinators coming in, and the only reason why I think Dallas might struggle a little bit is just because it's not like this guy, Schottenheimer, when he comes in, he's not running the same style offense as Kellen Moore was running. So it's going to take them time.
Doing good, buddy. How about you?
So I like that, man. I think I think this game tonight. Speaking about this Chiefs Lions, I think it could be like the Eagles Lions was a year ago. You know what I mean? Like a 38-35 game.
Right.
Like definitely take it over because neither one of these defenses are going. Like the Lions they got Aiden Hutchinson. That's it. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean that. I
and
was going to say
and they got
something
Carter
about.
Johnson.
Yeah, to piggyback what you said about that too. I think the thing I take out of Aiden Hutchinson, he looks pretty good. I mean, he showed a lot of poise last year with another quarterback that doesn't belong, that's not here anymore. But he had himself a very good game against.
Yeah,
But I think Hutchinson's going to be a little bit of a problem.
I'm interested to see how Gibbs looks, the running back.
Yeah.
38-35. See, Insanio agreed with me too. I think it's going to be something like that. That's another reason why, we're doing this show, and I'm getting out of here at 7:00 because I want to get home and get ready and watch this game because I think the game tonight is just going to be a really, really good one.
There's one game I'm looking forward to seeing this week, and obviously beside the Eagles and all that, it's just that I'm just excited football's back, man. Like I mean, I got the red zone package, and I'm like, it's from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night. It's like that's when football season's back. I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the way to go about it.
Yeah. Well,
you watch
now too.
What's that?
They got the Sunday ticket now too, like on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube TV. But if you go on NFL.com, you can get Red Zone and NFL Network for like $6. So,
yeah, he says 40. Yeah, that's good. I don't know about a blowout though.
I
mean, Detroit is pretty good.
Detroit, yeah, but it's going to be high scoring. The Chiefs don't run the ball.
Don't forget the tacos.
Really, dear? Really? In the middle of my show, she's going to remind me to go pick up tacos. Only a wife, guys. Only a wife. I swear. I swear.
Yeah, that's funny.
Don't forget the tacos. You going to send me a shopping list too? Don't you dare. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. This weekend, I'll tell you what. There's some key matchups I'm looking forward to seeing. I wish the NFL. I wish it was too. Like this crap of it being $400.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but somebody on TikTok was going around. If you have a student ID saying that you went to college, you can get it for like $100.
What?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes, they have a student package for people for college kids.
Are you kidding me?
No, if you have a school ID stating like you're in a school or whatever, you get it for like $100.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Oh my God, they're gonna make a
Right?
killing. Like I was about to go get me a student ID, and like I'm in my late 40s.
College ID.
I was going to get a late. Listen, I'm in my late 40s. I'm studying.
Yeah, right.
But
I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's just way too much money, man. It really is.
Yeah, Giants and the Cowboys are going to be a good one.
I think so too. I think Giants Cowboys are going to be good. I'll tell you what, I like that Pittsburgh San Francisco game. I'll have more of that with my pick 6 coming up at the end of the show. But I like that game. Jamie has spoken. You better listen. Yeah, Dave. You know what they say, right? That happy life, happy wife thing. Yeah, that's no lie.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but your partner in crime is just checked in too. Is the Sports Network available?
Oh, good. Speaking of a big melon head. Hi, Pat. How you doing, buddy? We're talking about the Lions and the Chiefs kicking off tonight. But no, Joe. James, what I wanted to ask you was, your AFC.
Yeah.
I really do think I'd like the Cincinnati Bengals to get to the Super Bowl.
I really do like Cincinnati too. I mean, Burrow is a very good quarterback, and I really do like Jamar Chase and all that. But I think the sleeper, I think Buffalo might probably be. But then again, Josh Allen is like iffy though.
You know who my sleeper is to make the playoffs in the
maybe the Chargers. Maybe the Chargers.
I'm going Cleveland Browns. I think the Brownies have what it takes to be a playoff team. I'm not saying they're going to win a division because that's going to be a really tough division. If you look at it, I think.
Oh God! Pat is here.
How do you think I feel, Steve? How do you think I feel, Payne? Oh.
Prediction Payne.
Yeah. How do you think I feel? I got to deal with that dude on basis, just even outside of here.
I can imagine.
But Pat's probably sitting there with a bright yellow golf shirt on, getting ready. I think I don't know. Pat, you doing the final? Oh, that's right. There's no final tonight. I just covered the Phillies too.
Right.
Where were you, Pat? About 10 minutes ago, or like I don't know, no, about 30 minutes, about 15 minutes ago when I was ripping you. You could have been commenting.
Right.
Always late to the party. This guy. He's probably stuffing his face with wieners. No, this guy puts up a picture online. I'm sorry, folks. I'll get back to the football thing in a minute. He puts up a picture of a side of a mountain, and it looks like a rare steak.
Oh my God.
Yeah, looks like a rare steak. He goes, "Is it me or does this look like a steak?" Dude's always got meat on the brain. Always.
He's worse than the man versus food guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I would not want to go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, dude, with the gobbler. No, I'm good.
No.
But no, getting back, look, I getting back talking to the AFC. I like Cleveland. I think Cleveland has got an outside chance of making the playoffs.
Right.
They got a decent defense. They got Jim Schwartz, our old coordinator. He's there now. They can run the ball.
Yeah.
They got Deshaun Watson playing quarterback. I mean, like I said, it's really going to be kind of hard, though. I think like that division, I just so beat up on each other. You know what I mean?
Even
like
the Steelers are pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't know, like one of them two divisions, whether it be the North or the East, one of them two divisions, like a team is just going to not have a good year.
Yeah.
Because the way that those 8 teams are going to beat up on each other, like I'm not even like I know my buddy Payne won't agree with me there because but I don't think the Pats are as bad as people are making them out to be.
Right.
I think they're going to be right around the mix, but. Like the wild card for me in the East, I say is Miami. What type of Miami are we getting?
Yeah, that's true.
Miami's kind of they got the talent. They just need something to bring it together.
Right.
I don't think Buffalo is not the runaway winner of that division anymore. The Jets have upgraded and gotten better, and so is Miami. So I don't think they're the runaway favorites for that division. Matter of fact, I didn't even pick them to win that division. I took the Jets to win that division.
Right.
And the reason I took the Jets was because I feel like the Jets got a better defense than Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo doesn't run the ball.
Yeah, I mean
they have one of the better running backs in the league in Cook.
Right.
They don't use them.
No, they don't.
So,
it's kind of like the old Andy Reid days when we had Shady and they never had the ball to Shady.
No, or even before that when they would do
Westbrook.
Yeah, I mean I can go back a little later than you. I'm a little older than you, but I can remember them having guys like Heath Sherman. Or an aging Herschel Walker. Even though Herschel played good for us, but I remember guys like Keith Byers, Michael Haddix. Like Keith Byers was great catching the ball and he could block his butt off. But Keith Byers, to me, he was a fullback.
Yeah.
They had him playing tailback. Like we had Michael Haddix for years.
Right.
I remember they drafted that guy Saran Stacy. I think he lasted like all 3 years in the league. And he was from Alabama. He was an Alabama running back. First year, he blew his knee out.
Jesus.
And that was it. Like the Eagles had no luck with running backs until Ricky Waters got here.
Yeah.
And even then, like they got lucky. They got Charlie Garner the same year, like in the draft.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking. I don't know who's going to join them though. Like I don't feel like. I don't know. I want the Chargers to take that next step.
Yeah.
But I just feel like as long as Staley's their head coach, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like. It's the same thing with I guess you got a good point about that because like Herbert's a fantastic quarterback. I mean, he's got Keenan Allen, it's good. I mean, back in it, I don't even know if Antonio Gates was still playing before.
No, Gates wasn't with them then.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's got a nice plethora of wide receivers too. I mean, he's got a good running back.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Mike Williams. Yeah, Williams. You have Keenan Allen. I think you signed somebody else too in the offseason.
Right.
So they got a nice 3-headed monster. And they also got Austin Eckler running the ball.
That's what I mean. Yeah, Eckler. The other thing too is that I remember that game that they took on Jacksonville, and then the game that they came from behind, and it's just like that game they lost because of Staley more than anything.
Just coaches not being prepared.
Analytics and inconsistent. I mean, not inconsistency, but more analytics getting in the way. That's what happened with Kingsbury too.
Yeah. Well, guys, listen. We can talk all about this all you want, but right about now. If you guys need an attorney,
All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right.
Woo! That's right, guys. If you need somebody, make sure you call our guy, David R. Cherry.
What's up, Dibes?
Dibes, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
So make sure you guys check out Dibes. He does a great job doing the pre, post, and halftime shows for the Eagles. You will likely see myself on there throughout the year and a ton of everybody here on the Edge of Philly Sports Network. It's always a good time to be out there with those guys.
Yes, sir.
But, Jimmy, now we got to get into our game.
Yeah.
And
it's a good thing, though.
It is. And this is where I got to take a solace of something I heard last night right here on this network.
Uh-oh.
When I watched Freddie Burns, our boy, Freddie Burns picked the New England Patriots to beat the Eagles.
Right.
Oh. I can't go with that.
You know, that worries me a little bit because it's like I understand that they're going to have a low. I mean, for me, I think the top priority is going to be like if they're going to have a little bit of a slow start because obviously like to just get their footing back, but in the second half, I think that's when they make their jump.
Okay, that's your outlook on the game. We got a couple comments here.
Yep.
I was just saying, he's saying Eagles 31-10. Now, this is coming from a Patriots fan. So, I think
it's back. You know it, dude.
Yeah, football's back. Everybody's making their nachos right about now, and I got to run for tacos. I can't forget them. If I forget them, I'm sleeping in the car.
Sleeping in the couch?
Yeah, no, the car.
Oh, in the car?
Yeah, they're not even letting me in the house. I don't come back with tacos.
In the heat wave. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh, man.
But, I don't see – I see – even as I think as much as I think the Eagles' defense is going to struggle,
yeah, I
don't see – they don't have the offensive weapons around Mac Jones.
Right.
You're talking about a line that's beat up pretty bad. I mean, God, Bill was trying guys out all the way up till cut day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so their offensive line's beat up, which I mean, I'm even hearing this. I mean, I heard this earlier. You know, their offensive line's beat up pretty bad. Mac Jones really doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. I mean, well, he does in the tight end. He's got Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki will be a good catch and tight end for them. I do like the running backs too. Stevenson and Harris.
I'll be honest. I didn't know Gesicki was with the Patriots.
Yeah, he left. He came there this year as a free agent.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Miami let him go, and
they still got Hunter Henry though, right?
No, I believe he left too.
Really?
I think Hunter Henry. I believe so. Somebody from I think they lost it. I think they lost Henry. I think Henry went somewhere else.
Yeah. I think he did. I'm not sure though.
Uh-oh. We got something here. That's a book there, Dibes. What'd you write? It all boils down to how the Eagles' D-line and linebackers handle the patch, running backs, and tight ends. That matchup could possibly make it closer, but I still think it's Eagles win by 2 scores. I think the Eagles win by 2 scores as well.
Yep.
I just feel like it's, I just feel like if you look at the Patriots' defense too, I mean, you got Judon, on the end, but he's either going to be going up against Mailata or Lane Johnson. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just see it's really hard, I think, for the Patriots in this game. I mean, to me, they're already coming in kind of hampered with the offensive line issues. The Eagles are going to get after the quarterback.
And the problem is that Mac Jones, I mean, I've seen 3 years out of him. He's just like another Brian Hoyer, to say the least. I don't know if he's that.
Nah, listen, I'm still going to give him a little reserve on Mac Jones because he really hasn't had nobody to throw to.
That's true too.
Like he hasn't had nobody up there to throw to at all. Like they haven't given him I would like to see him being able to throw to guys like AJ Brown and and Devontae Smith. Which he did. I mean, he threw to Devontae in college. So
yeah, that's true too. I guess the thing I take out of it is that He didn't have Edelman back in the day. He didn't have like a Gronkowski or even like Wes Welker, to say the least.
Yeah, like he had like N'Keal Harry was his best wide receiver to throw to.
Right.
So
And
I'm not going to knock the kid.
And what's his name? Jacoby Myers too.
Yeah, him too. But I mean, Jacoby Myers was marginal. And same thing with N'Keal Harry. He was marginal too. So he hasn't really had nobody to throw the ball to. So having him trying to throw the ball, man, it's really going to be really hard for him.
Absolutely.
Guys out there, prediction time. We already got my Insanio. I already got your score. So you're down at 31 to 10. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I got the Eagles winning 34-20 or 34-21 around that area. You know, what do you got them, James?
I got the Eagles winning 31-17.
31-17. Okay.
I think it's going to be I think the defense is going to be really good. I think Sean Desai is going to really show that. And Jalen Carter, I think, is going to have a real good game too.
Yeah.
Because I did an article during the week about like if he's going to be coming the next upcoming like Eagles grade and all that, and I think he'll be a big step into like after Hargrave left, I think he might come in and become something.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some shoes to fill with Hargrave. I mean, Hargrave had a good season a year ago, so
that he did.
But I believe this kid. You got to realize something too. Like 8 teams passed on him. He was supposed to be the number one player taken in the draft,
right?
And he got dropped all the way to 9th. You don't think he's not going?
And we got Nolan Smith too. I got two great.
I'm not sold on him yet. Really? I need to see him stay on the field.
Yeah, I get that, and I get.
I know you probably seen him a little bit more because you're a Georgia fan.
Sure.
But in college, he was dominating. I need to see him stay on the field a little more. Junior says the Eagles should handle the Patriots better offense and defensive lines, way better QB and receivers should not even be close. Yeah, but you know what? You still got the old bear there, Belichick, man. That dude knows how to break down offenses, man.
Even his son knows how to.
Well, no, I don't know about the son. The son always looks like he's sniffing glue on the sidelines.
Yeah, he does.
Like, yeah. If you guys want to go on YouTube and look for bad lip reading NFL, and just look for it. They did something with his kid, man. Like talking about I like lollipops. Well, Fuji, what's going on? Man, Mike Fuji checking in.
What's going on, brother? How you been,
man? Oh man. I don't know. I think it's going to be that, man. I really do. I think it's going to be. I think the Birds win by 2 touchdowns, and I think the one's going to be late. Like I think they'll be up 7, and maybe like Jones throws a pick of death or something like that, where the Birds seal it. I think you'll get a little antsy. Like I said, I think this defense it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, that's why I see it too. I don't see it's going to be like a headache all game. I think it's just like probably close to the.
Well, I mean, I think for them to gel, I think it's going to take them about 4 or 5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to take them 4 or 5 weeks. But that's not saying that the offense can't go out there and outscore people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what kind of comes good. Right around the 5th game is when you'll see them take on like the Jets.
And then they'll turn it on.
Yeah, and then that's when I think that there'll be, I think that's where you'll see the Eagles defense get better. And by standpoint, that's where I think you'll see the Dallas offense get better too. So like I think that first matchup is going to be a really, that's going to be a heavyweight fight.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to have 3. It's going to be what is it? Ali Frazier, man. Just going to be 3 fights this year. And I think, Nick always talks about, next round. Well, guess what, man? You got 3 heavies coming with the Dallas Cowboys this year. And I just hope, they don't let us down this year. I hope that, because the Eagles are a good team and I know the Cowboys are a good team. And I like to see the tiebreaker be the NFC title game. And I want it here for a change.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 4 times we played the Cowboys in the postseason, we played them there.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Long story short,
too long. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, actually, yeah. I'm sorry. No, I think about maybe probably like the winter of 2008. I had the chance to go to that 40-46 game, and I
was there.
I actually didn't go. I was hanging out with a couple buddies of mine that night. I still kick myself to this day. That will be the ultimate revenge, though, my friend. That will be the ultimate revenge.
Yeah, I went. I actually got tickets the day of the game.
Yeah.
Neighbor got them. My neighbor couldn't go. My neighbor got him and was like, "Yo, you want to go to this game?" I was like, "What, Eagles Cowboys?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So we went down there, watched that, and that was. But I've also been on the other side of that as well, man. Like I went, I was there at the vet when Deion Sanders ran back 2 punt returns,
Oh,
and we got smoked 38 to nothing or something like
my
that.
God.
And I stayed till the very end.
Was that at the vet?
I was at the vet. It was on
Oh,
a
my
Monday night
God.
football game.
Oh,
We got
jeez.
embarrassed in front of the nation.
Jeez.
I want to say that was probably 96-ish, somewhere around there. And that's on the high side. What do you?
I don't see the Patriots scoring more than 17.
Wow, really?
Really?
Mm.
That's interesting.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm a little worried about the Eagles' D. I just think of the cohesiveness.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm looking forward to in the game. Like I listened to Freddie last night, and I'm sitting there listening to him, and I'm going, where's he seeing them score 24 points? Like even the Eagles, even if the Eagles defense plays bad,
Mhm.
I don't think they're giving up more than I said 20. I don't see them giving up more than 20 points.
That's Pat's game. Also depends on the weather. What's the weather going to be like this week?
Yeah, it's supposed to be raining, so
Oh, is it?
yeah, which that could be a sloppy game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that could be a factor that will equal. Oh,
That could
yeah, it will.
Yeah,
Then it just
could
goes.
equalize it.
Well, I don't know. Does it? Because if the Eagles got the better offense and defensive line, does it really? Does it neutralize it?
No, I don't think it does. Oh, wow. Thunderstorms.
Thunderstorms. Okay.
I don't
Oh
know.
man, so we're gonna get a mud game. All right, a mud game in Foxborough.
Like it's invincible all over again.
Listen, I'd rather have a mud game in Foxborough in September than a snow game in Foxborough in December.
I concur.
I'll save that crap for the Bills. Let the Bills go play in the snow. But oh God. Well, guys, listen. Next Thursday is the home opener, and if you really want a good time, make sure you go check these guys out. Well, yeah, you can always go to Dolan's Bar, and when you go there, make sure you check them out. Make sure you tell everybody that you are, the guys at EOP sent you. It's at 24 East Sellers Avenue, and go up to PJ. Say, hey, boys at EOP sent you over here. They have Quizzo, great music, great times. They do give away memorabilia at times, and you never know who you run into over there. Again, I was there last October, Game 2 of the World Series. Guess who was hanging out in the house? Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra has been known to frequent Dolan's, along with a lot of the great 93 Phillies, along with a lot of great former Eagles. So, again, 24 East Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park. Make sure you go check Dolan's out. And, just like I said, tell PJ that the guys over at EOP sent you.
Well said.
Now, guys, before I get into my picks and everything, like I was saying, next Thursday night is the home opener here for the Birds.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a great time, Philly Sports Trips, okay? They have a home tailgate. It is worth the price of admission. It's 2.5 hours before the game. Make sure you want to go and do that. And if you want to go on the road, guys, all you got to do is, hey.
All right, guys, if you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights from the Philadelphia airport. Packages include direct flights, 4-night stays, all-inclusive tailgate parties, lower-level group tickets. Whatever you want, you got it with phillysportstrips.com. If you want to travel to an upcoming Phillies game, make sure you check out Philly Sports Trips. And do not forget, Philly Sports Trips has all the away trips for the Eagles' upcoming 2023 season. Jump on it now, because you do not want to lose out on all these great opportunities. Go to phillysportstrips.com. All right, guys.
We're back, man. And definitely make sure. And guys, the next trip upcoming is Tampa Bay. There are still available. Make sure you get over there, get it. Vince Papale, David Akers, and Hollis Thomas will be a part of that trip. So make sure you get over there. Like I said, phillysportstrip.com. Great guys, Vince and the crew. They do an awesome job. And I went last year personally myself. I went to Washington. I did the DC trip. It was utterly amazing. The tailgate alone was worth the price of admission. And I actually got to sit. We were sitting in the corner of the end zone, basically right where the thing fell down the year prior, where Hertz was helping everybody up. I was literally sitting about maybe a section over from where that happened. We had great lower level seats. So make sure you get over there, check them out. And like I said, man, make sure you get over there, and Vin will definitely look out for you.
Yep.
All right, guys, this is the last part of the show. I like to call this my six pack. I give you three college. I give you three college and three pros. I'm going to go with the pros since the pros are on. They're on schedule there for tonight. They're on view for tonight. First one, I am taking the Atlanta Falcons minus the 3 points against the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta's at home. A field goal game. They're basically telling you they're just about even. The road team usually gets 3 points just for being the road team. So I say they're just about even. One here that kind of caught my eye on is the Minnesota Vikings at home, 1 o'clock. Tampa Bay Bucks coming in. They are minus. Minnesota's minus 5.5. I would jump all over that. Baker Mayfield going up there to Minnesota to play up there, man. I just don't see him covering that game at all. I don't see them covering. I don't see them staying within 5.5. I think Minnesota's going to blow them out. They're getting 1 o'clock Kirk Cousins. So we all know how Kurt is at 1 o'clock or noon up there. He should be on point. Last but not least, the Washington Commanders at home. They're playing the lowly Jonathan Gannon Cardinals, who are starting Josh Hobbs as their starting quarterback. The former Skins, now Commanders, I'm taking them minus the 7. I think they're going to win that game. I actually took, believe it or not, when the schedule first came out, I actually took Arizona getting 6.5. But that was with Kyler Murray. Now that I know he's not starting, the line moved up to 7, and I don't think that game's going to be close. I think by the time, I will be really surprised if Jonathan Gannon is still the coach of the Cardinals when they come here in week 16. So he could be a guy that don't even last 10 games.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Could be.
It could be another Urban situation. I really could.
Could be.
I'll tell you what. I think Shane Steichen is going to have a rough year too. In Indy, I think he's going to have a rough year too. But that's my three colleges. I'm sorry, my three pros. My three colleges. I'm taking Utah minus 12. I'm taking Oklahoma minus 16.5 over SMU, and I'm taking Auburn minus 6.5 over Cal. Definitely, those are my 6 picks. My 6-pack of picks for tonight. So with that being said, guys, listen, we're going to cut out of here a little bit early. It's open tonight. So be back here next week, same time. For everybody here, I'm Mike Lauro. That's James Scorza. I will see you next week. Actually, no, I will see you Sunday with Pat on P&M in the AM. Make sure you join me then Sunday morning. Again, I'm Mike Lauro for James Scorza. Y'all have a good night.
See ya.